Oh, we're already recording, and you didn't even tell me.
Ha 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 ha.
It's really tricky of you.
I've actually been recording the entire night.
Oh, no.
And I captured the moment.
Not the moment.
The
Anything
moment.
but the moment.
You know the moment I'm referring to? That one.
No, I have no idea.
He is back. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
I am a myth. I'm not a legend. Gotta know that distinction.
The beerless wonder himself. I'm sorry.
No, I've been called that many times, Chris. Don't think you're original with that.
Yes. Like when you turn up the spice, this is amazing.
The second I'm on camera, the spice rack is exposed. If you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
We are getting sizzling. More like Chris.
P? Crispy? Is that what you're trying to say?
My middle name starts with P.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. My nickname was Crispy Chicken growing up.
Really?
Kids can be so cruel.
Mine was Billy Bobby Joe for no good reason. I was on a soccer team where there was another guy named Ryan, and I was like, call me Billy Bobby Joe. I was homeschooled, okay?
That's such a
homeschooler
name.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Call me Billy Bob Joe. Ha 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 ha. Isn't that funny, guys?
In my desperate attempt to milk from and really exploit me and my girlfriend's relationship, let's talk more LDR.
I don't personally milk my girlfriend. That's probably not gonna make it in the final cut.
Ryan also is in a long distance relationship and knows the struggles, the trials, the tribulations. You're aboard the struggle bus.
I'm the struggle boat, my guy.
Because it's tough. It's not super fun. Like, to be totally honest, it is...
I mean, it does have its... The upside is that the time you do get to spend together is very special. But it's not worth the downside. Like, there definitely is that upside. But the downside is much...
Yeah, no, 100%.
Much deeper than the upside, I would say.
Okay, so that was basically, like... going to be the end conclusion that I was kind of reaching for.
Oh,
So there you are. Thank you so much for watching.
We already got to the conclusion.
So the reason that I wanted to talk about this is I was texting Susan actually and was saying like, you know, oh no, Ryan's coming over in like an hour and we're gonna film a video and I have no idea what to talk about. And she suggested LDR strikes because she said, and I quote, "I want to see two boys giggling over their girlfriends."
It's an interesting way to put it. I guess that is what we're doing.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. So there you are. There's the content.
I was trying to giggle above. Wait, what did she say? Giggle? Two boys giggling.
Over their
girlfriends. Yeah. I was trying to giggle over.
I'll put her face on your belly.
I'd enjoy that very much. Thank you. Giggling over. That was the joke I was making. Have you ever made a joke and then you completely forget why you made the joke and you're like, wait a second, am I insane? But yeah, my girlfriend is from Australia. We actually met online in a kind of similar way to how Chris met his girlfriend. Except we met... How did you meet yours? You met over social media, sort of messaging each other?
Yeah, Twitter.
Mine was completely random. I was on Omegle, however you pronounce it. And we just randomly matched up with each other.
Really?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a very small percentage of people who date after meeting on a site like that.
So moral of the story, if you're really lonely and desperate for a romantic partner, go on Omegle.
You'll meet lots of old men.
Mature.
No, that's not. The only word is old. Yeah, no, I would not recommend meeting your significant other on Omegle. It's actually a very bad site to spend time on. Basically, stay away from that website. There's a lot of other better ways to meet a great person. I just got extremely lucky. Mm-hmm. Kind of a lottery situation where I found a really awesome person on there. So,
aww,
that's my one cheesy statement of the night.
Aww. There, you had Ryan actually being sincere for a moment.
Crazy.
And back to the normal Ryan. I only have one question written down here.
Great. That's a great interview. You don't need more than one question. You're a journalist in the making, Chris. Imagine if there was like a star that was being interviewed. They're like, I got one question. How's your day? Good. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Downey Jr.
Mr. Downey, Mr. Jr.
Does he go by Mr. Downey or Mr. Jr.?
I have no idea. Probably Downey.
It seems
Mr. Downey Jr.
Yeah, because Mr.
How does
Downey
that work
would be
with
his father.
Yeah. Gotta ask him, I guess.
There's my one question.
That's the one question. That's the one question. Do you go by Mr. Downey or Mr. Downey Jr.? Whichever. All right, thank you. Have a good... What's your question?
So what are like some of the little struggles that you've noticed that like someone who's never been in one wouldn't necessarily expect? And I love how I'm totally throwing you under the bus here because I've written down this question. Like I had it written down hours ago and I still haven't come up with a good answer. So,
I mean, all the obvious stuff is what comes to mind. Like, I mean, if you're dating someone in a different country, it's very different than dating someone on the other side of the same country because when I'm going to bed is when she's waking up.
yeah.
Which is really, really annoying, and it's really hard to find the time. And so here's a small thing that people wouldn't probably think about. I'm usually like sort of like sarcastic and cranky, like at 2 a.m, which is the only time I can talk to her. So it ends up that I'm not a very lovey-dovey person very often with her because that's like
your sassy hours.
yeah, it's my sassy hours, or the only times I get to spend with her, and yeah. So I wouldn't recommend spending your sassy hours with.
Why did I call it that? Hey baby, you ready for our sassy hours?
I'm ready to be kind of a jerk, and then fall asleep.
No, but honestly, I think actually ours are in roughly the same time zone because Malaysia's right above.
Yeah, Australia.
That's a
Pretty
wild
close to each
coinkydink.
Honestly, our girlfriends should date each other, and we should date each other, and then all
It
the
makes
problems
things
would be solved.
so much easier.
Hey.
I will say though, one of the kind of nice things about the time zone things. Try that sentence again. I will say one of the only like silver linings of the whole time zone issues is that we do have like the whole day to focus on what we're doing. Like at least for me, it's great to I have like roughly an hour when I first wake up to really talk with her. And then she goes to bed and I can get up and focus on the day and I'm not like constantly on my phone texting her 24/7. And then later in the evening, I finally had a great day and it's time to wish her good morning and a fresh start to her day. So we can both 100% concentrate on what the task is at hand that day and not be distracted, but also be able to talk enough or video call or chat or whatever have you enough to where it does feel like kind of fulfilling. Not the same as being with them, but oh, you know what's a struggle? You know what's a struggle that you would not expect? Going to bed is much more of a commitment. Because I don't know about you, but I was so used to, oh, I'm feeling kind of tired. Time to lay down and scroll on Twitter for an hour. Until you fall asleep. Thing is, with a girlfriend, at least in my personal case, you have to text them each and every time you're going to bed to say goodnight. Which is such a like finale for the day. Because once you say goodnight, you can't be on Twitter again. Or they'll know you failed.
It sounds like you care about your girlfriend more than I do. I don't.
Wow!
I don't bother. I mean, if I happen to say goodnight, I happen to say goodnight. If I happen to say good morning, I think today she was like, "Good morning, baby," and I texted back, "Screw you."
Aww.
Wow.
True. See, that right there, though, is like a real relationship.
I guess so. I've gotten to the place where I'm in a healthy relationship where I can focus on like what I'm doing during the day and then talk when we wake up.
Yeah.
When I was first getting into the relationship, it was more like I was kind of obsessing over her. And so whenever she was asleep, I was like really missing her, and then it would make it hard for me to focus on anything because I was just like thinking about when she was going to wake up and we could talk again. But I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, this is the daytime, I can focus on what I need to do, then we'll talk when we have the time to talk. It's just sort of realizing the reality of a long distance relationship, because at first you kind of have this idea of what a relationship should be and what expectations to place on the other person. After you're dating long distance we've been dating for 2 years now, you kind of get more realistic with it, and you realize this is for the long haul. If we're gonna make it work, we can't be talking for 4 hours a day. First of all, we can't be we can't be obsessing over when the other person is awake or asleep. We have to just let each other live our lives.
Yeah, exactly. Because you do have to live your life.
You do. If you don't live your life, what's,
I don't know where I was going with that.
You're dead.
I mean, I don't have any more really, like, funny ones.
You don't have to be funny.
Well, it can be, like, sometimes, like, the past week I've been so busy that I've only really been able to say good morning and good night and haven't really, like, talked with her. And she keeps wanting to video call, and I really want to, but I keep pushing it back, and I feel like I'm slowly eroding the relationship.
Oh, no. That's something you gotta work on.
Yeah, sorry. Not to get 3 real, 5 me here.
It's tough. I mean, that's just the reality of doing long distance, is you have to make sure your communication is, like, really good at all times, because a misunderstanding can blow out of proportion a lot quicker.
Especially when you guys are on different time zones, and so you say something like, and then you fall asleep,
yeah,
and she has the whole day to think about what you just said, or
totally.
vice versa.
Yeah, there are a lot of times where we're having a conversation that's kind of turning into like a semi-argument, and then it's like, I have to go to sleep. I just have, like, I want to resolve this, but it's 4 a.m. I really need to get at least like,
30 minutes of sleep.
At least 2 hours. Yeah, something you wouldn't think about is how much, like, it can really mess up your sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Like, I've become sort of a nocturnal person, honestly. Sometimes I'll stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning and then sleep in till, like, noon. You're probably not quite
okay,
that bad.
You win.
No, like literally nocturnal, where when I go to bed is like when the sun comes up.
Sun comes up and I go down.
Yeah, which it's not too bad. Like, I actually kind of I'm definitely a night person, but when you take that to the extreme, especially because I feel like I'm less productive at night.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's how it is for me. I'm like, daytime is make stuff, nighttime is, I would say, watch stuff. It's just scroll on YouTube, TikTok, compilations.
Yeah, right. Reddit, whatever.
Yeah, honestly.
Just wasting time.
Cursed images.
It's a good
That's a
one.
good 3 a.m.
That's
subreddit
a great subreddit. Chris decided to show me cursed images. Some of them were definitely very cursed.
It's my guilty pleasure. I love them so much. He
enjoys cursing his friends.
There are so many like subreddits like that.
Yeah.
Like cursed toilets, or that toilets with threatening auras account. It's just like
that's you've lost me on the relatability here.
Sorry, that was a really weird little tangent there. I don't know how I'm gonna salvage this mess in editing. It wasn't easy. Yeah, I think there was some solid stuff in there.
Yeah,
some solid advice. It's like diamonds that were wedged in a bunch of. Let's try that again.
Butt cracks.
Because anything I was gonna say is gonna sound super insulting. Wait.
You didn't realize what I said.
I'm actually 12. And thank you to Ryan for spewing out those wonderful words of wisdom there. You can find him.
If there's one thing I know how to do, it's spew words.
And remember, stay
Say
positive.
porpoise.